Chapter 5. Setting Purposeful Directions, the Art of Clear and Attainable Aims. A life of genuine momentum and deep satisfaction arises when you learn to articulate specific, meaningful directions that align with your deepest values and remain firmly within the sphere of your own influence. Vague longings and scattered wishes produce only diffused effort and eventual disillusionment. In contrast, clearly defined aims focus your energy, invite steady progress, and create a natural rhythm of advancement. This art of purposeful direction draws from the enduring human recognition that a well-ordered life requires deliberate intention, the conscious choice to move toward what is excellent and worthwhile, rather than drifting on the currents of circumstance. Ancient philosophers who contemplated the good life emphasized that true flourishing, often called eudaimonia, or living in accordance with nature and reason, depends on aligning daily actions with a coherent sense of purpose. Without such alignment, even virtuous efforts can feel fragmented. The key insight is this: while you cannot command every outcome, you can always direct your intentions and efforts toward aims that honor wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, the core qualities that sustain a flourishing existence. Begin by reflecting on the difference between mere wishes and purposeful aims. A wish might be, "I want to feel better," or "I hope things improve." A purposeful aim, however, is concrete and actionable. Each day I will dedicate 30 minutes to a practice that cultivates steadiness of mind, such as quiet reflection or balanced movement. The former leaves you passive, the latter places the power squarely in your hands. Purposeful aims are realistic given your current circumstances, yet challenging enough to call forth growth. They rest on the foundation established in earlier chapters, the clear distinction between what you can control and what you cannot. To craft such aims, start with honest self-examination. Ask yourself, in which areas of life do I most desire improvement or expression? Consider the broad domains of human experience: physical well-being, relationships with others, intellectual or creative pursuits, and contribution to the wider community. Within each, identify one or two directions that feel meaningful rather than imposed by external pressure. For example, in the realm of personal steadiness, an aim might be to respond to daily irritations with greater composure. In relationships, it could be to listen more attentively and speak with kindness. The aim must resonate with your own sense of what constitutes a life well lived. Once identified, make the aim specific. Vagueness invites procrastination. Precision invites action. Instead of "exercise more," frame it as "I will engage in brisk walking or gentle movement for 20 minutes each morning," focusing on the sensation of breath and grounded presence. Specificity turns the aim into a navigable path. Attach it to a regular time or cue in your day so it becomes part of your natural rhythm rather than an occasional afterthought. This leverages the power of repetition discussed in Chapter 4. Consistent, small actions accumulate into lasting character and capability. Equally important is ensuring the aim lies within your sphere of influence. Recall the foundation of sovereignty. Direct effort only toward what you can genuinely shape: your own choices, efforts, and responses. An aim such as, "I will become physically stronger through consistent training," focuses on your actions and habits. In contrast, "I will win every competition I enter," reaches into externals, the performance of others, judging criteria, or chance, and sets the stage for unnecessary disappointment. Anchor your aims in what you can control, and you preserve motivation even when results vary. Break larger directions into smaller, daily steps. A journey toward greater wisdom or contribution does not require heroic leaps. It advances through modest, repeatable actions. If your aim involves deeper understanding in a chosen field, commit to reading or reflecting on one insightful passage each day and noting a single practical takeaway. If it concerns fairness in interactions, decide on one deliberate act of equitable listening or helpfulness daily. These micro-steps prevent overwhelm and allow you to experience frequent small victories, which naturally build momentum and reinforce the habit of purposeful living. Commit fully once the aim is set, yet remain flexible in approach. Life unfolds unpredictably, and rigid attachment to a single method can become counterproductive. Monitor your efforts with honest reflection. Is this step moving me in the intended direction? What adjustments might serve the aim better? Adjust based on experience, without self-reproach. Each outcome, whether expected or not, offers valuable information. This adaptive stance combines determination with practical wisdom, ensuring your efforts remain effective rather than merely stubborn. The act of setting and pursuing purposeful aims strengthens resolve in itself. When you clearly declare a direction and take even one step toward it, you affirm your capacity for self-direction. Over time, this builds confidence that you are the author of your daily experience, rather than a passive recipient of circumstances. You begin to notice how aligned aims create harmony across different areas of life. An aim of greater composure supports better relationships. An aim of consistent contribution enhances a sense of connection and meaning. Consider how this practice intersects with the cultivation of virtues. A purposeful aim should ultimately serve the development of wisdom, sound judgment, courage, facing necessary challenges, justice, fairness toward others, and temperance, balanced self-mastery. For instance, an aim to improve physical vitality might be framed not merely as feeling better, but as cultivating the energy needed to act with greater presence and kindness toward those around me. This deeper why infuses the aim with lasting motivational power. It connects daily effort to the larger vision of a flourishing life. Challenges inevitably arise in maintaining purposeful directions. Distractions pull attention elsewhere. Fatigue or discouragement may tempt you to loosen commitment. External setbacks can test resolve. In these moments, return to the foundational distinction. Focus on renewing your intention and taking the next available step within your control. A single day of renewed effort often reignites momentum. Remember that consistency matters more than perfection. Missing a step is not failure. Abandoning the direction is. Gentle return to the path honors the art of purposeful living. Periodic review deepens the practice. Set aside a quiet moment each week or month to examine progress. Ask, how has this aim shaped my days? What evidence shows movement in the right direction? Where might refinement help? Celebrate small signs of growth, a moment of steadier response, a completed daily step, a noticed improvement in outlook. Such acknowledgement reinforces the positive cycle of thought, feeling, and action. This chapter's principles prepare the ground for resilience and integration in later sections. Clear aims provide the compass when facing adversity. They supply the structure for daily reflection and habit formation. Without them, even the best intentions remain diffuse. With them, life gains coherence and quiet power. Everything you need to begin resides within you. The capacity for clear thinking, the ability to choose a direction, and the will to take small steps. No elaborate planning tools or external validation are required. A simple notebook or mental note suffices for recording your aims and daily intentions. The true work happens in the quiet moments of decision and the accumulated actions that follow. Start today with one purposeful aim. Choose a single area that calls to you. Frame it clearly, make it attainable yet meaningful. Break it into a small daily step and commit to it for the coming week. Notice how even this modest beginning creates a sense of directed energy. Carry the awareness that you are engaging in a timeless human practice, directing intention toward what is excellent and within your power. As you continue, these aims become threads weaving a richer, more intentional existence. They transform routine days into opportunities for quiet excellence. They foster a life of momentum without frenzy, purpose without pressure. In time, the art of setting purposeful directions feels less like a technique and more like a natural expression of your sovereign self. The inner citadel grows stronger with every aligned step. Your flourishing unfolds not through grand declarations alone, but through the steady, deliberate art of choosing clear and attainable aims, and walking toward them with reason, patience, and resolve.